Question 6 of Morality Play on philosophyexperiments.com. A charity collection takes place in your office. For every £10 given, a blind person's sight is restored. Instead of donating £10, you use the money to treat yourself to a cocktail after work. Are you morally responsible for the continued blindness of the person who would have been treated had you made the donation? When I saw this story, my first reaction was why this is not the responsibility of the blind people's parents. Can't their parents afford £10 for treatment? Maybe I didn't understand it correctly. Maybe the story should be understood this way. It costs £1 million to cure a blind person. Many blind people's parents cannot afford the treatment. They can only rely on charities to help them raise money for treatment. Am I obligated to donate in this case? I think it depends on the comparison of the consequences of all actions. In this story, there are two actions. One is no treatment, the other is treatment. First, the consequence of no treatment. A blind person has no ability to make a living without treatment, and he can only rely on government relief to survive. Assuming that the cost of the relief is £20,000 a year, the government will spend a total of £1 million in 50 years. The £1 million will be borne by all taxpayers, including me. Secondly, the consequence of treatment. Although the treatment costs £1 million, a person has the ability to make a living after treatment. As long as he has the ability to make a living, he will be able to create wealth for society, and the wealth he creates in his life will definitely be more than £1 million. After comparing the consequences of these two actions, the conclusion is obvious. When the blind man is cured, not only will he receive great benefits, but all taxpayers, including me, will also benefit. That is, treating blind people is good for everyone. Since it is good for all, it is our obligation to treat blind people. Can we fulfill our obligation through charity? No, we can't. Doing charity is a voluntary act, not an obligation. Therefore, it is difficult to raise enough money for the treatment of blind people by charity. If blind people go untreated, it is a loss for all. To guarantee that all blind people receive treatment, we must rely on the government to impose the obligation on everyone. That is, the government must make a law exempting blind people who cannot afford to pay for treatment. At present, education is implemented under this law, which stipulates that basic education is free. The cost is borne by all taxpayers, but the investment is worth it because its return to society is far greater than the investment.